back to Final Fantasy 16. When last we left off, I basically opened up a couple of side quests and did a few things story-wise to push things forward a little bit. And right now, I think I'm going to just finish up all those side quests before moving forward with any more story. I believe that'll just make things a little bit easier for me to not have to worry about any of those things. And I know it kind of like bogs down the pacing a little bit, but I found that the side quests are, most of them are pretty interesting and fun. A lot of them actually do tend to, they really do give you a good chance to reacclimate me to the combat, because I go so long without actually fighting anything that once I get back into a battle, I have no idea what I'm doing. I'm just pushing buttons that I always forget how to play. With that said, please remember to like, comment, subscribe, ring that bell if you want to see more, and let's continue with Final Fantasy 16. Okay, now that this is going on, it looks like we've opened up a couple of other side quests, but you know what? Let's continue with the ones that we already have. That way I don't have to worry about them later on. I see me stumbling around a little bit. No, let's go to Martha's Rest. Okay, Martha's Rest instead. Never mind. Okay, we gotta talk to this dude who's like, oh my god, stuff is going wrong. Please save me. Or something. I don't actually remember what he was talking about, but I'm pretty sure it was something important. Is he upstairs? He's probably upstairs.
My lord Marquis.
Oh, there he is.
Is that you? It is you. Then you received my letter. I am Sebastian Rutherford, Chief Steward of your Lord Uncle's estate.
Of
Yeah,
course.
why the hell are you here
We met
instead
once
of
before.
at the estate?
Yes, my lord. Thank you for coming.
And what was so sensitive that you couldn't put it in writing?
1,000 apologies, my lord. I did not mean to offend. I merely...
It's all right. Continue.
I am here at Martha's Rest, at the behest of your Lord Uncle, tasked with learning what I am able of the realm's current state of affairs. And what I have learned is grim. The fall of the Mother Crystals has left Storm in a state of utter disarray.
Oh, you don't say.
The subsequent darkening of the heavens has only made things worse. Akashic attacks, once unthinkable, are now commonplace. The gears of governance have ground to a halt, and without a steady hand on the tiller, the realm threatens to drift into utter chaos.
Why am I here again? I don't...
Your Lord Uncle, however, believes there is a way to avoid this fate, and is determined to see it set in motion.
That sounds like quite the undertaking.
It is. Hence my having enlisted the aid of several colleagues serving the 7 high houses. Alas, I have lost contact with 2 of those colleagues already.
Okay.
They are both
That's rescue mission,
able-bodied and
right?
trained in the sword, yet in these dark times, even that may not prove sufficient to keep a man safe on the road.
So you want me to find them? I'll need to know where they went.
One I sent to investigate the Republic, the other the old Imperial capital of Oriflamme.
That doesn't exactly narrow it down. I suppose I'll start in Dalamil and work my way east.
Thank you, my lord. I shall pray for your success and safety.
Well, I'm gonna be heading to Dalamil anyway, so it might not be so bad. Yeah, I gotta rendezvous with goats. I'm gonna call them goats because it just sounds funnier. In Dalamil, so yeah, let's head there. Where are
It's
you,
not going to be
goats?
easy finding one man in an entire republic. Let's hope someone here's seen something.
Let's talk to... Yeah, let's talk to goats. Because I'm just gonna...
It shouldn't be too hard to find Goots.
Are the bad men going to come back?
The gentlemen of the town guard are a strapping bunch. Perhaps.
Yeah, he's in this area. Well, yeah, of course it's not gonna be too hard. He's literally the biggest dude
I
here.
know something more.
He's gonna start some shit, huh?
Listen! I found someone who says he's heard the rumors about Nan.
Have you?
Go on. Tell him what you told me.
All right. It's like I said. A wizened old crone by the name of Karen's been selling steel to whoever will pay her price, be they knight or knave. Says the more swords and spears she puts in people's hands, the more war they'll wage. And the more war being waged, the more call for swords and spears. And who will they all turn to keep them in steel? Why,
a healthy plan.
good Reaper herself.
But
And you've seen this Reaper at work.
Aye, it just so happens I have. You'll find her right here plying her trade most days.
she
Here
doesn't
in
leave.
Delamil. Where exactly?
Yeah, I was gonna
She
say
has a
she
stall
never
here in the market.
leaves
but if
the
you're
place, so I
not
don't
the
know
patient
how.
type, you can probably find her at her storehouse on the edge of town. But it'd be a bolder man than me that braved that particular nest of vipers. Feeling bold, traveler? I hope so, for your sake. Now, if that's all, I have places to be.
Sorry to have kept you.
This guy's full of it.
You don't think Nan's the Reaper, do you?
Not unless she's discovered the secret of how to be in two places at once.
Eh? What do you mean?
She never leaves the
Lady
hideaway.
Karen hasn't left the hideaway in weeks. So who has been running this stall he spoke of?
Good question. I'll go
Someone
and have a
is.
And
I
I'll visit
guarantee
this
they have
storehouse on
people
the edge of town.
guarding that area.
look. All right.
That's the reason
but
why he's like,
be
oh, you'll be
careful,
attacked or
Clive.
whatever. Or it's not safe to go that area. Because
You too, Goots.
they do have guards there, so nobody can actually check and see for sure if that's the case. Storehouse, huh? Alright. You know what? Let's go and find this other dude. We'll check out this Rutherford's colleague thing.
Someone's got himself in trouble.
Oh, well, what do you know? Oh, man.
I don't see your master here, so you can start by giving us all the coppers in your purse.
I already told you, I have nothing.
And maybe we'll take that pretty outfit and the steel you're wearing.
Please!
You'll do
These
no
men are
such
trying to
thing.
rob me!
I'll deal with this.
Thank you.
You that one's master, then? If you'd kindly pay the coin he owes us, we can pretend you didn't draw your blade on Republican soldiers.
Or you can go back to your garrison and I won't report you to your captain.
Oh, you're more than welcome to. He hasn't had many visitors since we slit his throat.
Oh, okay.
It's over.
Gotta take care of that shield. Well, they're just normal humans, so I don't really have to go all hard on them or nothing like that.
I'd expect as much from Hugo's faithful, but these were men of the fist.
Much has changed in the Republican Army since they lost their rock.
You've seen this kind of thing before, then?
Many times. I was sent here to observe the situation.
You're one of Rutherford's men. He sent me to look for you.
Well, then you have my thanks. I fancy I could defend myself against one, perhaps two, but a whole regiment. I arrived in Dalimil several days ago, but when I called upon the captain of the local garrison to make inquiries, his men confiscated my effects and locked me in a cell.
The captain is no more, and his men make the rules now.
Fortunately, I was able to bribe my way free, only to be stopped again by those soldiers you so kindly dispatched.
What of the Fist Central Command? Surely they wouldn't allow such lawlessness amongst their ranks.
I would imagine they are unaware of it. Most of the army has fallen back to the capital and hunkered down behind her walls. Those who weren't recalled now rule the fringes unchecked, answering to no one but themselves.
Then it's worse than we
Splinter
imagined.
cells,
You should
basically.
return to Rosaria. It's not safe here.
I'll find a caravan heading north. You won't mind if I borrow one of these soldiers' coin purses?
Well, they're not going to be using it anytime soon, so yeah, go ahead. Knock yourself out.
Not at all. Now, to find this second associate of Rutherford's. If he was bound for Oriflamme, I'll start at Northreach and see if I can pick up his trail.
Well, now I don't have to worry about... Oh, interesting. I'm going to have 2 more tasks in Northreach along with that Rutherford one. Well, time to investigate the storehouse. So I will... Yeah, I'll probably get there somehow. I say somehow, but really, it's not really that far outside of town.
What a mess.
And this whole place looks like it's just destroyed.
You fought very bravely.
Time to brave the Viper's Nest.
I've been here before. There were soldiers here at one point. I wouldn't be surprised if there are more there. Not soldiers, but, you know, bandits.
Just you, is it? Thought I might have laid it on a bit thick.
It was a fairly unconvincing tale. So, what now?
That's up to you. Die a slow death, or a quick one. Boys, he's all yours. But that sword is mine.
Leave now and we can pretend this didn't happen.
Punch that dog. Oh, come on, there's more? Oh man, they got a healer. Never mind. I'm gonna take care of this guy first since... He's going to be the bigger problem in the long run. Come on. more humans to be taken out. Don't think I need to put too much effort into actually fighting those guys, though. They didn't seem particularly all that difficult.
Oh, you've done it now.
Go on. Tell me what I've done.
And then say it
When
again.
the Borgwyn finds out you've killed his men, he'll have your head. He only wanted that bull of a manservant, the dim one always clinging to Karen's skirts.
I'm talking about that.
You weren't even supposed to be here. Who the hell are you anyway?
Talking
What
about
were you
goats.
going to do to him?
The Borgwyn wanted him to get to Karen. I was only supposed to point the lamp in the right direction once he arrived in Dalamil. But then you turned up. Well, go on then. If you're going to end me, end me.
You're not worth the effort. Now be gone, before I change my mind.
Fucking coward!
I mean, you're the one running.
To find Goetz. Right now.
As far as I can tell, it just seems like they wanted to kill Karen, maybe?
Get your filthy paws off me, you naughty-pated lout!
Stop calling me names! And stop spreading them horrible lies about Nan!
Well, that will be easy enough. For they are not lies. Every last word is true. And she must pay for her crimes in blood.
Lord!
Goot, are you all right?
He's gonna kill Nan! He said she had to pay in blood!
After what she did, it is only right. She ruined my life and the lives of countless others. That loathsome harpy's very existence is a crime, and I will not allow it to continue. Goetz, was it? I have no quarrel with you. Only with your employer. Run along now. You need not pay for her sins.
No.
No?
I
Yeah,
don't
no.
care what she did. I won't let you hurt Nan. Promise me you won't hurt her. Or I'll kill you myself!
Goot, no.
Enough, all of you!
Karen. But how did you?
You're a sight less clever than you think you are, the pair of you. Did you think I wouldn't notice the two of you slinking off together? Well, the whole thing got me thinking, who in Dalamil might bear me a grudge? And a certain snivelling shit I ran afoul of in my fairy years came to mind. Though it was just Bogan back then, wasn't it? I thought the years might have taught you some sense, but I see you're the same pants-pissing craven you've always been. What was it we called you? Wet legs?
You bitch! Everything that happened, it was all your fault! And now you'll finally pay for what you did to me!
Like karate chop them.
Gooch, you... If you want a piece of Nan, you'll have to go through me.
Fuck!
You great galoot! Out of the way, I can handle this myself.
You're like 80
So,
years old.
Wet legs. You remember what you told me when we last met? An eye for an eye. Wise words, Sam. Wise words. And now it's time to collect.
Oh, that's why she has two different color eyes. I guess it was a glass eye.
Sorry to keep you waiting.
Is he?
Dead? No. but I reckon he wishes he was. It ain't easy going through life one eye short of a pair. After all, I should know.
You don't mean...
Oh, don't tell me you didn't notice. Lost it to old Wet Legs back when we were working the same routes. Said I'd stolen from his strongbox. I'd done nothing of the sort, mind. But that didn't stop him taking his little revenge.
Hey, but didn't he continue his revenge long after that,
Sorry,
too?
lost everything. His coin, his clients. Always knew he'd be back one day to claim his due. But he crossed a line dragging poor Goots into this. He didn't hurt you, did he?
No, Nan. Still got all my arms, see? Legs too. But what if he comes back again?
What if he does? First we take the other eye, then we work our way down. He'll learn his lesson soon enough. But something tells me the Wet Legs has learned it already. Right. Let's get you back to the hideaway. You've attracted quite enough attention already. Ta-ra, Clive.
All right.
Remind me never to cross you, Karen.
She seems like a big softie, really. All right. Time to head to Northreach.
There's a lot of road between here and the capital. Rutherford's man could be anywhere.
There were ghosts at the gates not days ago.
Should be able to find... Actually, no. It should be this way. Should it? It should be this way. Yeah, right there. I don't know why I was going the wrong way entirely.
That's better.
Oh, let me use that real fast, cause... Hey, wait a minute.
What happened here?
If you're with the others, they've already relieved me of my belongings.
Oh, you got mugged.
I'm not. I'm looking for someone who was sent here by a man named Rutherford.
And then you found him. I'm Alistair Rockford, attendant to the Lady Ariane of House Wellesley.
Of the 7 high houses of Rosaria. It's been a long time since last I saw my great-aunt. Is she well?
My Lord Marquis? Yes. Yes, she is. The Lady Dowager has granted me leave to assist your Uncle Stuart. I was on my way back from the old capital when I saw some villagers being robbed on the road here.
Bandits?
They
I guess we
looked
gotta
more
deal
like
with some
field hands,
bandits.
but it didn't matter in the end. I did what I could to help the victims, but all it earned me was a pommel to the temple.
Which way did they go?
South, toward the gate.
All right. I'll take care of them. Founder knows I've met enough of their kind. You head back to Northreach, visit the Vale, tell them I sent you.
Thank you. I shall. Founder be your shield.
They just couldn't resist, could
Oh
they?
man, they weren't just like normal bandits, just a bunch of beefy dudes.
This one's ours, pretty boy.
Pretty boy. once I get into the groove of combat, I can do pretty well, but still have my issues.
Make for the town while you can. There may be more bandits nearby.
You don't need to tell me twice. Many thanks, traveler.
This looks to be all of them.
I mean, you don't have...
I thought I told you to make for the Vale.
And stand by as ill might befall the heir to the ducal throne.
Oh, okay.
It's just Clive. And I'm fine. Which is more than can be said for you.
I was gonna say, like, one of these guys might have your stuff still. You can probably snatch it back off of them.
Intervene in such a brazen attack so close to their gates.
The garrison have their hands full inside the city. Some days they don't even send out patrols. There are few hands left to work the fields, and even fewer to transport the grain. The market stalls are nearly bare, and the price for what remains is exorbitant. It's not uncommon to see a fight break out over a crust of bread. When I said the ones who attacked me didn't have the look of bandits, I meant it. They were probably just desperate.
Rockford, listen to me. If you are to continue your investigation,
stab every person that comes your way.
To seek the attention of a healer.
Of course. I shall return to Northreach right away. But allow me to thank you first. Had you not happened along,
Don't thank me. Thank Rutherford. It was he who sent me.
I suppose he'll be wondering where I've got to. I shall send a Bistolus as soon as I'm able. Good day.
My uncle certainly has his work cut out for him. If it isn't already too late. I should go and tell Rutherford that his colleagues are still in one piece.
Alright, now time to deal with this recipe thing. Because I know that's going to take at least a few minutes. As long as I take care of it as soon as I do, should be good. I think the last thing I'm going to have to do before heading back to the hideout is probably talk to Rutherford at Martha's Rest. That way I don't have to do too much traveling back and forth between locations.
You needn't fret.
A little bit easier. But I do have a wyvern to smack around, so hopefully... Actually, that's pretty far away now, I think about it. Way further than I thought it was going to be. Oh, that's not that far. Never mind. I thought that was way further than it actually was.
Hippocrates said I should be able to find what I'm looking for somewhere nearby.
And that looks like one of those... Yeah, the blue ones.
Bright yellow flowers. Should be easy enough to spot.
There he is.
Company.
What up?
This must be our wyvern. Right. Let's get this over with.
Ah, I didn't know he was gonna do like a weird backflip. That wasn't so bad. Enemy slain. Dun, 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 dun. Come on, man. Raptor liver.
That's the wyvern's liver. Now I just need to find the herbs. Bright yellow with a heady scent.
Should be right here, considering it's literally marked on the map. Oh no, they're right here. Well, it's the same thing, same area. Gather the saints on it.
I think that's everything Molly needs to resurrect her recipe. Better head back.
Alrighty, now let's head to Martha's Rest. Talk to Rutherford. Mr. Hayes. Mr. Rutherford B. Hayes.
I see you're still here.
The Rest's location affords a constant flow of traders, and with it, a constant flow of information.
So he's just gathering
Speaking of
intel.
which,
Okay.
I received word from both my associates. They have resumed their investigations, thanks to you.
I only happened to be in the right place at the right time. They
Literally.
both seem to think the realm's prospects rather grim.
I am afraid that grim would be putting it lightly.
Yeah, let's say.
Storm is in
Everything's
crisis,
literally falling
and
apart.
if we are to free her, we must work quickly. And we must work together. Such is your Lord Uncle's wish.
As it is mine.
Like I said, I think I've said this before. This reminds me a lot of the like the end game section of the Final Fantasies, where everything kind of goes into high level. Bringing back to Final Fantasy VIII, where you have the lunar tier. Just bringing out all the higher level enemies and stuff like that. Pretty neat. Anyway, let's head back to the hideaway. People are definitely going to be kind of shocked that I'm here and not like elsewhere. Time to talk to this lady, Karen, because she's a little bit more important than food. Is her well-being.
Nothing like a dish of cold vengeance to foul the gut.
I'm sorry, Nan. I didn't mean to make things worse. I just thought I had to protect you. Like you've protected me.
Aye, well, someone had to. Your parents certainly didn't give a whit for your well-being. Reckon the both of us would be worse off if I'd not taken you on. You've always been me right eye, Goots. And I'd have you stay that way. So don't you dare go looking for trouble again.
Yeah, next time.
I will. If
Next
you ever
time,
need help, I'll
address
do
this-
it again and again, and you can't stop me.
Why, you big lump.
Never mind.
Fine. Play the hero if it
I
makes
was
you
saying the
happy.
next time he should just
Thanks,
get in
Nan.
contact with her
I
directly.
won't let you down.
There's nothing he wouldn't do for you.
That's as maybe. But if he's ever to make his own way in life, he'll need to start looking out for himself as well. Till then, he'll need people to watch his back, just like you did in Dalamil. Don't think I didn't appreciate that.
Of course. His family.
Stop it. You make me one good eye, mister. I don't go thinking that'll do you any favours. A potion today'll cost you the same as it did yesterday.
I don't get any discounts for this? Oh, come on, man. I figured at least a 10% discount would be okay.
It seems the hideaway.
Alright, now that I got your stupid food ingredients, You can
So,
bake your
did you have that
pie
word
or
with
whatever the
Tomes,
hell
then?
it is that you're making.
I did, and he was as helpful as ever. He told me exactly where to look, in fact.
Here's your lizard liver and your
And what precisely will I be cooking up? Or is it
flower
better not
patch.
to know?
Blueback wyvern liver. And, a herb known as Saint's Bonnet.
Ah, wyvern livers, was it? Well, at least it weren't actual worms, I suppose. Now then, you stay right where you are.
Well, I
I've
mean, the
got some
wyvern,
cooking to
the
do.
worm.
Let's hope these grand old
Kind of the
chefs
same
of yore
thing.
knew what they were on about.
That looks like chicken
And
nuggets.
here we have it. Fried mortress of skyworm. Ivan's offered to make sure it's fit for consumption. Well, I say offered. He as good as begged.
And rightly so. Is there any higher honour than partaking in a slice of culinary history?
This is the same sounds I make every morning when I wake up.
So, not fit for consumption then.
It probably is.
What witchery is this? The crackle of the crust gives way to an almost violent richness. Yet, it is the piquant kiss of the saint's bonnet that tames this savage dish. It is a tour de force, a force of nature even, a maelstrom of flavour and sensation, a graceful beast emerging from centuries.
It looks like chicken nuggets and lettuce to me.
I think he likes it.
Well, I can't quite tell with all that nonsense he's talking. But I reckon you might be right. It was decent then, I take it.
Decent? It's remarkable. And I defy any man to say a word to the contrary. Sid, might I suggest that you command a party of your finest men and women to procure a dozen blueback wyverns forthwith?
I'll give it some thought.
It really doesn't sound like a particularly good idea when you think about it. It's like, let's wipe out this one entire species just for food. No. Yeah, let's head back to Tabor and figure out what I'm gonna do next, because there's obviously more quests and I've got a little bit more time on the clock.
Opportunity beckons. Who among you is bold enough to heed her call?
I'm bold.
Is that blade for hire, perchance? Because I have a mind to make a killing.
Figuratively, I hope.
Well, yes and no. A passing caravan carried with it a rumor most fortuitous for one in my trade, that an elder dread Aevis had been sighted in the fields of Corava. Dread Aevis are aggressive beasts. Compelled as they are to acts of violence, few survive to maturity, but those that do develop a hide of phenomenal value.
A hide you want to sell?
A hide, okay.
Eventually, yes. Though I would have it tanned first that it might be crafted into marvels the likes of which the world has never seen. Dread Aevis skin is a rare thing indeed. But the worked hide of a well-aged beast, now that would fetch such coin that Gilbert himself might weep with envy. Bring me that beast's skin, and I will share with you the bounty of our combined labors.
Sure.
All right.
I mean, it's gonna be a hunt,
I'll hunt
right?
your Aevis.
Like a,
Of course,
not a normal
you
hunt,
will.
but it's just a hunt.
When one lives in such troubled times, it is a fool who lets opportunity slip his grasp. Leave Tabor through the east gate, but take the path that branches west. Once you reach the checkpoint at Tovany, you are a mere stone's throw from the fields of Corava. I eagerly await your safe, and above all, triumphant return.
Okay. I'm not gonna prioritize that quest. But there's that right there, so might as well see if I can get to that somehow. I want to see what that is. See what kind of quest that's gonna be.
Beneath the flood, yes.
How are those new boots treating you?
You there! The strapping lad with the sword!
I'm
Finally,
quite literally the only one standing in front of me, so yeah.
paying me the slightest heed.
Well, there's probably a good reason.
At the university, the students would hang on my every word. Sadly, this far from home, I'm just a vagrant greybeard.
The university? You're a scholar.
A specialist in ancient cultures, the most accomplished in all Valisthea, some have said. Not that I look the part in these tattered rags. In my heyday, no obstacle could have kept me from my studies. Yet here I am, a wizened windbag, bested by the many steps of Tabor. The answers I seek lying just beyond my enfeebled reach. Would you do an old man a kindness and brave the stairs in my stead? You'll be amply rewarded, of course.
Climb the stairs
and memorize a few inscriptions.
Oh man,
for
I have horrible memory.
Assuming you know your letters.
When it comes to worthless things I'll never use.
Some courteous soul is rumored to have carved clues to Tabor's rich history into stones dotted about the village. 3 of them, to be precise.
And you
One
literally
each
couldn't
to
go
the
up those
north,
stairs?
South and east. I'm here in the hope that those carvings might shed light on a riddle I've been pondering for some time. Namely, the otherwise undocumented origins of Tabor's unique people. A people quite unlike those of neighboring lands.
I can't promise I'll remember everything perfectly.
Remember what you can. I'll piece together the rest. Make for the domed pavilions, and you'll have no trouble finding the stones.
I mean, really? You couldn't just walk there? I know you're old, but I mean, your legs look like they work. You're able to get to that. And you know what? I'm not going to complain.
How are those new boots treating you?
They're fantastic.
I'm not going to complain because he probably is extremely, like, weathered. Guardians of the Crystal, the first stones of Tabor, sacred hold thy noble blood, who ends the mother's labor.
No history would be complete without mention of the mother crystals.
Okay, well, I
So it's
mean,
these stones to Canva, and the rest of the boxes to Dalaman.
the other one is over here, and then there's that one, so... Well, there are a lot of stairs. Maybe he is just an enfeebled old man. I don't know. It just seems like a really weird task. Wanderers of the Golden Plains, lay your roots in stone. With pride recall thy noble past and make these rocks a home.
What golden plains might the wanderers have called home, I wonder?
For the deer leg, mister. Mummy made the pottage from it.
Decent quarry's been hard to find since the sky.
I'm just gonna pick up everybody's stash.
Can't blame the beasts for being...
Look, he's like 20 feet away from this one. Literally impossible for him to not notice. Not to come here himself. Children of the hunters, now tillers of the land, reap her promised blessing and give praise to her gracious hand.
Farmers must have settled here in Tabor. I should speak to the old scholar before I forget everything I've read.
I already forgot everything I read, so... Come on. Just talk to the guy. There he goes. just stand in front of somebody and jump.
Considering their age.
Oh, what that I could have seen for myself. Oh, come, don't tease me now. What did you learn of this
Something about
place and its
farmers.
people? Let's start with the engraving to the south, shall we? What did it say?
The one to the south? I don't know. Great move of Guardians?
The great.
I don't know.
Good.
Oh crap, wrong one.
That's definitely not right.
Take all the time you need.
Wait, what did the one on the south? Guardians of the Crystal, Guardians of the Republic. I think it was something about the crystals.
Guardians of the Crystal, the first stones of Tabor. Sacred hold thy noble blood, till ends the mother's labor. I'm pretty sure that was it.
Fascinating. It would seem the founders of this city were descendants of those fallen charged with protecting the mother crystals. But whatever could have driven the Guardians so far from their sacred charges, I wonder? The engraving to the north is next, I think.
Something about the Golden Plains.
Wanderers of the Golden Plains, lay your roots in stone. With pride recall thy noble past, and make these rocks a home. Or, I think that was it, at least.
No doubt you're right. There are vestiges of nomadic customs in Tabor its guardian roots could never account for. This is proving most enlightening. Now, for the final stone.
Tillers of the land. Oh yeah, they became farmers.
Children
That one I
of
remember.
the hunters, now tillers of the land. Reap her promised blessing, and give praise her gracious hand. That's all three.
And so, we add primitive farmers to Tabor's founding peoples, the final piece of the puzzle. 3 engravings, one for each of the 3 peoples to have settled Tabor in ancient times. Guardians of the Mother Crystal, wanderers from across the plains, and last but certainly not least, hunters turned farmers.
Sounds like they're all 3 the same.
So difficult to trace the roots of Tabor's culture. Those roots reach down through 3 distinct traditions. Nonetheless, one cannot help but wonder why this fact is not better known among scholars, given that the stones stand here for all to see.
Most people don't take the time to read stuff.
Too many stairs, perhaps.
Ironically.
Too many by far. Here, and thank you.
Yeah, that wasn't so bad. I do just find it kind of funny how, like, he's like, I'm old, please go read these things for me.
How are those new boots?
Let's see if I can get to that somehow. Oh, I might have to leave.
Does Phoenix down?
Yeah.
But tough as boiled
I may have to
butter.
leave, but... Okay. The fields of core. Took me a while to get all the way out here, but finding whatever this thing that we're supposed to be finding is probably not gonna be that hard. It looks like that's it right there. Yeah, that's it. Time to die.
Old he may be, but it looks like there's still plenty of fight in him yet.
Come on. almost dead. Might as well knock him out. There. Not so bad, not so bad. Aevis skin. Okay. Skinned him alive.
The sooner it's off my hands, the better.
Alright, time to head back.
Here's your hide, as requested.
I worried you might never return. Quickly, let me see it.
I mean, I have no reason to keep it, so I don't know why the hell you're freaking out over it.
Oh, as supple as a maiden's cheek, yet as adamant as her virtue. This is everything I had hoped for, and more. Clearly, my trust in you was not misplaced. You must be a hunter of considerable talent to have bested the beast with nary a scratch. Join me as my honored partner. With my means and your might, we shall be as wealthy as the merchant kings of Zemeckis.
I don't plan on making a habit of this. I'm busy enough as it is.
Very well. Though I believe fate had a hand in our meeting, it would be unbecoming of me to beg. Do not allow me to keep you from being about your business. Here, for the hide.
Yeah, that wasn't so bad. It just felt like a regular low-level hunt. Make for the free cities of Kenver. Okay. Let's get this started. 'Cause who knows what we might come across, or who. Why are you always ready to pull your sword on someone?
Cyril. How fares the search?
Well, Your Grace, my report shall be with you ere long.
Ah, yes. Yotei is otherwise engaged, at my behest.
And the duty of wardenship?
Fulfilled. For as you see, I've been reunited with my first shield.
I am Cyril, Knight of the Undying and bearer of the Burning Quill.
I'm still wondering whether or not they're actually undying, or if it's
Grace,
just a title.
Rosfield, Keeper of the Flame of the Phoenix and rightful Archduke of Rosaria.
I entrusted Cyril here with overseeing the investigation into Ultima's origins. Findings from his brothers and sisters afield are delivered here to be collated and catalogued.
Just how many Undying are there?
Not nearly enough, milady. Yet we are glad to give our all in service to the Phoenix. Such is, and has ever been, our creed.
I see. You have your associates, I have mine. But you may now think of them as ours. That won't be a problem, will it?
I would say no.
Phoenix is our sun, and we but the shadows that quicken in his radiance. It is from the darkness that we serve, both him and now you. Pray accept this token.
The Phoenix down,
For as long as you bear it, members of our order will reveal themselves unto you. If there is nothing further.
No. You are dismissed.
Your Grace.
It's a Canva, then.
We'll talk about this later.
That seemed very strange that he would align himself.
Cyril seemed very, You certainly keep strange bedfellows, Joshua.
Yeah. It does seem very strange that he would align himself with these people, but at the same time, I mean, what else does he have? It was in hiding for so long. Like, how many people were gonna help him? Okay, well, that's gonna be it for today. I think I've kind of already spoken my mind about what's going on, so it just won't be a very long outro. We did do a couple of really random side quests, or I consider them random because they didn't really have a whole lot to do with each other. It was just me finishing off the ones that I already had and then doing new ones, which only took like maybe a few minutes. But yeah, that's gonna be it for today. Please like, comment, subscribe, ring that bell if you want to see more, and I will see you in the next video. Later.